This is a response to the comment of Bobby Gas from 25th of August. Now, why I'm doing it? Because I've originally, I decided to make several political videos after several people unsubscribed to my channel because of the last conflict. Didn't agree or don't agree with the Israel actions or policies, and decided to examine thoroughly the conflict from all of its aspects. But I see now that it will take me, don't know, years to talk about it, and I don't want to make it too long. I'm a VC member, and I want to make a lot of music and records videos. So I decided now to respond to Bobby Gas' comment. I read it to you with my reply again in the comment section. It was in the comment section on the 25th of August. And by doing a response, this is the first part. I know that it will take me more than one part, maybe two. And Bobby can, of course, comment and respond to these videos. Or other people can do it. So I'll start. Now, Bobby Gas say in his comment, I remember the Eichmann trial like it was yesterday. Eichmann trial was, of course, the great Nazi leader that was tried in Israel. He's referring, of course, to the Holocaust. And he said, Bobby Gas said, that monster God is just desserts. My biggest problem with Israel is this occupation and settlement of lands not granted by the United Nations. Okay, there I said it. It's wrong, and two wrongs never make a right. He said one wrong is, of course, the Holocaust, and the second wrong is what he said here is the occupation of settlement of lands not granted by the United Nations. So two wrongs never make a right. Also, I'm an Israel buff and was a bit of a cheerleader for that nation until the resettlement thing happened. I used to draw the flag in the mid-50s, it means the Israeli flag, because I thought it one of the coolest going. Later in life, I studied the history of the Eastern Mediterranean region as a scholar would. What I don't understand is this moving people from land and the families have worked for generations. It's an archaic thought process and has no room in a global community that has to move forward to peace and understanding. My family fought for the Allies against the expansionist kind of thinking in the last two world wars. I'm an educated and intelligent man, and I think it's wrong. I feel no ill will, just disappointment. The first person to call me a Nazi gets a punch in the face. You did ask for comments on the subject, Eli, and I believe my attitude quite common among non-combatants. Peace, brother. Bobby Gas. I replied to his comment in the comment section. This is my reply. Thank you very much, Bobby. Yes, I did ask for comments on the subject, and I do intend to respond to your interesting comments. I do believe that you represent a certain kind of popular view among many people nowadays in the world, mainly on the political left, which you may be surprised to know that I share most of the values and ideas, although I'm a Zionist, and I may say because I'm a Zionist. And no, I don't think you are a Nazi, definitely not. I just want to you to bear with me. I hope you've watched my previous videos and continue to watch my future videos and continue to comment on them whenever and however you like. Peace to you also, brother Ali from Israel. And he made another comment to that, Bobby Gas. I've watched quite a few of your videos, Ali. I find them interesting. A Zionist, huh? Nothing the matter with being proud of your heritage and trying to maintain an identity. I don't much care what people think so long they don't hurt nobody. Each to their own, you know what I mean. You think me a leftist, do you? And here I always thought I was a righty. Personally, I think myself a man for all seasons. You seem like a very nice young man. To me, that's caught in an untenable situation. Life's a bitch, ain't it? Bobby Guess. Well, that's point my reply, and again is the comment. And what I want to say about it is that Bobby, you said that the occupation and settlement of lands not granted by the United Nations is wrong. Israel made it, and as you said, two wrongs don't make a right. And I think by United Nations you refer to the decision, partition decision from the 29th of November 1947. The UN decided back then to divide the land of Israel into two independent states, Jewish state and Arab state. Now, this was after, let's say, 50 years of immigration, Zionist immigration to Israel. The Zionist movement was established in the late 19th century after the rise of the anti-Semitism in Europe at that time. And the main objective was to help Jews arrive and immigrate to land of Israel. And of course, the end target of this movement was to establish the free, independent Jewish state in the land of Israel. The late 19th century, the Ottoman Empire occupied at that time the country. The Ottoman Empire was called, there were the Turks. They ruled many places in the Middle East, the land of Israel among them. They occupied the country until 1917, the First World War, when the British won the war here and controlled the country from 1917 until 1948, until after the decision of the UN. The British got a mandate to rule and control the land. Now, as I said, the Jewish immigration to the land of Israel, it was after a long aspiration of the Jews to this land. You know, one of my previous videos I talked about the Roman occupation. The land of Israel was occupied many times by different nations, different countries, whatever, empires, of course. And the Roman Empire was one of them. And the Romans, in terms of the Romans, in the time of Christ, after that, and later, in the 7th century, during the Muslim occupation, the Arab and Muslim occupation of the land of Israel, the Jews were forced to live. I repeat and I emphasize, forced to leave the country, mainly to Europe. And they continue to being attached to the place, to this land, for about 2,000 years, even in exile, by religious prayer, by continuing to immigrate to this country, even though it was difficult to live here. For all of these 2,000 years, there was a Jewish community here. And as I said, the Jews around the world continue to being attached consciously with this place, regarding it as their homeland. Regarding it as the homeland. And while it was easy to reach the country easier in the 19th century because of the transport development and so forth, and because the rise of anti-Semitism in Europe at the time, the Zionist movement, as I said, established, and Jews came to Israel after Israel. And then they bought the land and the homes legally. They bought lands here legally, under the Ottomans, under the British, legally, with money, with cash, with whatever, from the Arabs, from other people. Not one Palestinian, not one Arab was forced to move from his home, from his land. Not one Arab Palestinian expelled from this place. Not one, until 1947. So it was done legally. It was bought legally. And the second and most important fact is that the Arabs object and were against Zionist movement. Why is that? Because they wanted the land for themselves, whole of the land, okay? Not to compromise with the Jewish movement, with the Zionists. These are the facts. And from the first, when the British came, 3 times the Arabs rioted against the Jewish communities here in the land of Israel. In 1920-21, in 1929, and during the 30s, in 1936 till 1939. 3 times, many Jews were killed. This, of course, forced the Jews to form a self-defense force by the name of the Haganah. Haganah, if you translate to English, it's defense, the defense. What was later, after the establishment of Israel, of the State of Israel, became the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, the army of the State of Israel, the Haganah. And the Haganah was a self-defense organization, not an attacking force. Now, the Jews developed this country with no doubt. This country was pretty much ruined from hundreds of years of wars, from, as I said, empires and all kinds. It was a neglect place. It was neglected for many years. There's an evidence for that if you read Mark Twain memoirs. He visited the country in the 19th century. Now, before this part will be finished, I just want to say an example for Jews arriving to Israel before the Zionist movement to see their connection with this land. One of my ancestors, my grandfather, one of my videos I talked about it, immigrated to the land of Israel in the early of the 19th century. This is the perspective that I wanted to get. Okay, I'll continue later in my second part. You can comment. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.